The average 53-year-old American man has $87,000 saved for retirement. Not $870,000. $87,000. And the crazy part? He probably earns a six-figure salary. He drives a nice car, lives in a great neighborhood, and his kids go to good schools. To the outside world, he's winning. But behind closed doors, he is secretly going broke. He is falling into the exact same traps that wipe out successful men in their peak earning years. In this video, I'm going to expose the 4 hidden financial traps destroying men in their 50s. Not because they are reckless, but because they are successful. Let's look at the math the financial industry doesn't want you to see. Before we break down the traps, you need a new mental framework to view your money through. I call it the golden anchor. Imagine a literal ship's anchor, but it's cast in solid gold. It's shiny, it screams success, and everyone who walks by is impressed by it. Your $4,000 monthly mortgage on the oversized house is a golden anchor. Your $900 luxury SUV lease is a golden anchor. The country club dues, the premium insurance policies, they are all golden anchors. When the water is calm and the paychecks are clearing, anchors feel like stability. But when the tide shifts, a corporate layoff, a health scare, a market crash, that anchor doesn't save you. It holds you in place while the water rises over your head and pulls you straight to the bottom. The men who actually retire wealthy in their 50s aren't the ones who collected the most golden anchors. They are the ones who quietly cut them loose. Trap number 1 is the fixed obligation stack. By the time you hit 50, you've spent 2 decades upgrading your life. Meet Marcus. Marcus is 51, a VP of sales making $215,000 a year, more than his father ever dreamed of making. After taxes and his 401k match, Marcus takes home about $11,500 a month. But let's look at his golden anchors. He has a $4,500 mortgage. He pays $1,400 for 2 car payments. $2,200 goes to family groceries and utilities. $1,500 goes to his kids' travel, sports, and tutors. And $600 goes to a club membership. Before Marcus even buys a cup of coffee or goes on a date with his wife, his fixed life costs him $10,200 a month. He has $1,300 of breathing room. Marcus is terrified. He constantly passes the dangerous mental test of can I afford the monthly payment? But his burn rate is catastrophic. He is essentially running on a treadmill at a full sprint just to stay in the exact same place. If he misses one bonus cycle, the illusion shatters. He ratcheted his lifestyle up, but entirely lost the ability to ratchet it down. Trap number 2 is a mathematical blind spot called sequence of returns risk. If you look at a traditional financial planner spreadsheet, they will project your wealth growing at a smooth 7% or 8% every single year. But the real stock market doesn't give you smooth averages. Imagine you hit age 60 with $700,000 saved. You retire and plan to withdraw $40,000 a year to live on. But in year 1 of your retirement, the stock market drops 30%. Your $700,000 immediately becomes $490,000. Then, you pull out your $40,000 to live on. You now have $450,000. Even if the market goes on a massive 10-year bull run right after, your portfolio is mathematically crippled. You drew down principal at the exact bottom of the crash. The sequence of when the market dropped wiped you out completely. Most men who are secretly going broke have never stress-tested their portfolio against a year 1 crash. They trust the average return lie, and it leaves them entirely exposed to timing they cannot control. Trap number 3 is what I call the unspoken triad. Financial plans look great until real life hits. And in your 50s, 3 massive financial shocks tend to hit simultaneously. First, your parents' age. The average cost of memory care or assisted living in the US right now is $6,000 to $8,000 a month. Suddenly, you are subsidizing their care. Second, the good father tax. Your kids go to college. And instead of letting them take out manageable loans, you halt your retirement savings to cash flow a $50,000 a year university out of pocket. Remember this rule: you can borrow for college. You cannot borrow for retirement. Third, gray divorce. Divorce after age 50 has skyrocketed since the 1990s. At the exact moment you need your wealth compounding the hardest, a divorce cuts your net worth directly in half and doubles your living expenses. If any one of these hits while you are still dragging those golden anchors from trap number 1, you don't just take a step back. You get wiped out. The final trap is the 1% wealth leech. By your 50s, traditional wealth managers start circling. They buy you a nice steak dinner, show you a glossy brochure, and say they only charge a 1% fee on assets under management. 1% sounds like a tip. It is not a tip. If you have $600,000 invested and you contribute $1,500 a month for 15 years, that 1% fee doesn't just cost you 1%. Because you lose the compounding interest on the money they skim every single year, that tiny fee will cost you over $250,000 in lost wealth. Let that sink in. You are paying a guy in a suit $250,000 to put your money into the exact same index funds you could buy yourself for free. You are funding his retirement by sacrificing your own. If you are in your 50s, the time for pretending everything is fine is over. You have to cut the golden anchors. You have to slash your fixed monthly burn rate, and you have to stop paying wealth managers to steal your compounding interest. If this video was the wake-up call you needed, hit subscribe. It's time to stop looking rich and start actually becoming free. I'll see you in the next one.